Good morning and welcome back to my channel. This is Didsbury Art Studio and I'm Sally, and in today's video we're going to be doing 4 different types of ruffles. Ruffles are absolutely gorgeous. I'm really into them and they can be used trimmings on fabrics, garments, whatever you want to do really. So let's get straight into it. These are the fabrics I'm going to use. I've already got this pink satin. I've had this fabric, this velvety one, for a little while. That's an old t-shirt that I've ripped up and I've been using it for various projects. And that is some material that I had from a charity shop. I think it was an old top, but I absolutely love this fine fabric here. I think it'll work well. And then inside here, got some ribbons. Oops, daisy. Not going to open. Sorry. There we go. I'm going to use this one. That one will be great. And okay, so that's 5 centimeters across. And then I'm also going to use ones here, which I've already cut up earlier. So let's just have a check, because I've done them all different widths. So this one is 7 centimeters, 6. And that's the t-shirt one, that's on 70. And the satin one is on 70 as well. With the satin one, I just use pinking shears around the edge so that it doesn't fray as much. T-shirt will be fine. This one won't fray, but this one might, but we'll go with it. Probably will do actually. So I'll do the length of this one at, oh, if we got here, yeah, I'm going to go with 50 centimeters in width. We've got a 45 for the next one. The length that is. We've got 63, 55 and 50. So I'm just trying to have a go at not only using different fabrics, different styles of the different ruffles we're going to do, and also different lengths and widths, just to see really how things come out. For future projects, I could tweak the project and see how things come out in a better way from the results of today. So next, what we're going to do is draw the patterns out on the fabrics. Okay, for this first one, I'm going to be doing a dotted line for 2.5 inches across. And I'm going to do 2.5 down. I'm going to do 2.5 across. And I'm going to go all the way across. So I've got my design all drawn out with my water-soluble trusty pen. I'm using some upholstery thread, nice long length. And I've put a knot at the opposite end to my needle, and I'm just going to start following the line that I've drawn out, and I'm going to be doing a runner stitch and keeping it quite small. And I'm just going to follow the line all the way to the other end, and then I'll show you what we do after that. But I'll just get to the corner over here. Bish bash bosh. Oops. We can get rid of this pen later on. This is just a temporary measure. And then I'm just going to change direction and go this way, all the way to the other end. See you in a sec. All right, so I've sewn just tiny stitches all the way along on the shape. This is a square stitched ruffle. I've used upholstery thread just to keep it nice and strong. And now I'm just going to literally, I could take the needle out actually, pop it on there. Now I'm just going to gather in the fabric. Any fabrics that are the wrong way round, like inside out, just pop them the right way. I really like the results of that. We would just then tie a knot over here, which I'll do shortly. But yeah, I've only ever done that with a smaller, thinner version. But yeah, I think that wide one works quite well. I'm liking these puffs that have shown up over here. So that's the first one. For this next one, it is called Peaks Stitch Ruffle. I'm going to be using this ribbon I've got here. And this time I'm going to do 2 inches along, remembering that we'll get rid of this water-soluble pen later. Stop at 2 inches, and then we're going to do a diagonal up to 2, and then we do 2 inches across and carry on in the same way all the way to the end. Okay gang, I've drawn that one out. That's the Peaks Stitched Ruffle, and we're going to be doing very small stitch, run a stitch all the way across. I've also done the same design just out of interest. I wanted to see how it would become or what it'd look like on this fabric here. And I've done that a little bit wider. That's 2.5 inches, as the width was 2.5 inches along there too. So just moving on to this one, same again. Small stitches. Now I have done these before in a shibori video that I did quite a while ago, where I was sewing the fabric and then dyeing it and pulling the threads out afterwards, and you get a really good effect. But there's so many different things that you can do, obviously, like I'm doing now, just having to go on some other fabrics and just leaving it as a ruffle. That's rather cute. So you can see that it's a lot more pointed than that first one that I did. So now I just secure it off with a knot, remembering that I need to just remove the pen, and we'll pull the other one in a minute. Okay, then let's pull this one and see how this fabric will look. So it pulls up a lot, draws in a lot, gathers in a lot. It's very delicate, and once again, I do like those little points there. If you wanted a longer length, obviously you'd need to cut a longer length of fabric. These are just little mini samples for me. Okay, this next one is called Curve Stitch Ruffle, and all we're going to do is literally what it says on the tin. And let's get that one stitched up. Okay, let's pull this one. Oops, the curvy one on the t-shirt fabric. tell you what, the t-shirt fabric comes out quite bulky and I do really like that. What does it look like with the others? We'll compare them all in a bit, but okay, so this one's called Zigzag Stitch Ruffle, and I'm going to be using 2.5 inches across and 2.5 down, all the way across. So that's it drawn out, and next we're going to do the same as usual. We're just going to sew very small stitches. It's literally a couple of millimeters per stitch with a gap similar in between. With this zigzag one, just make sure that you get a nice point at the top. I'm really looking forward to seeing this one with it being a velvet kind of texture. So that's all sewn. I'm just gonna ruffle that one up. I do need to obviously sort out all the water-soluble pen on here. Just turning over the velvety bits. Okay. And then I'll tie a knot on there. Let me just show you the others in the order that we did them. So that was first, second, third, fourth. So it's actually starting to get dark now, so we're gonna revisit these tomorrow. Okay, so we finished off. This is our square stitched ruffle. It looks like that. And then we've got 2 of the peak stitched ruffle, which is this one, slightly shorter underneath, longer at the top. Same again for this one. And then we have got the curved stitched ruffle, which I use the t-shirt material with. Here comes Layla. And finally, we have got the zigzag stitch ruffle. That looks really nice on that side as well, but it defeats the object because I was trying to get the velvety side there too. But yeah, really pleased with those. So I hope you enjoyed my video today. If you did, don't forget to give it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed to me so far. There are plenty of videos for you to watch. I think I've got over 300 now, and plenty of playlists to work through and binge watch. Thank you for all your support. You have the world to me subscribing. It's just, yeah, it's just brilliant. So let's continue to grow the channel and reach 10,000 subscribers next. All right then, take care of yourselves, have a great week, and I'll see you shortly. Bye. Hello, Layla. What are you wanting to do? You wanting to look out the window? There we go. You can look outside now, can't you?